Please tell me, how do I work so hard to have somebody who comes to this country, not long, no credit, and he shows me paperwork where they'll be funding him money to buy my food truck. And when I talked to the bank, they told me usually they have to go straight to a dealership because I'm a private sale. But for special circumstances, they're going to, they allow it. But I need my president to tell me why I worked so hard all these years, all these decades. Couldn't get a business loan, but I bust my ass to get the money to create my business. And we got immigrants coming here. And they're getting money. Money! Please tell me, how do I work so hard to have somebody who comes to this country, not long, no credit, and he shows me paperwork where they'll be funding him money to buy my food truck. And when I talked to the bank, they told me usually they have to go straight to a dealership because I'm a private sale. But for special circumstances, they're going to, they allow it. But I need my president to tell me why I worked so hard all these years, all these decades. Couldn't get a business loan, but I bust my ass to get the money to create my business. And we got immigrants coming here. And they're getting money. Money!
All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. That is to say, in the Paleo-Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, that means He is. Bahashem, in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus a so-called black man. And I'm not your president, but I can tell you, using this Holy Bible, why, okay? And to sum it up, it's just that you are collateral damage, okay? You're just collateral damage, all right? And this is the reason why, okay? This is the reason why a so-called illegal immigrant could come over and buy your truck, and get a loan to buy your truck and take over your business, okay? You're just collateral damage, all right? And many more like you, all right, that don't wake up, okay? This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1 and verse 6. It reads, ye have sown much. So, hey, even though you had that truck for so long and you worked 25 years, it says ye have sown much and bring in little. You ain't gonna get your full return here in Babylon the Great. It says, but ye have not enough, okay? You're not gonna have enough to keep your business running. No matter how hard you work, no matter what type of service you give into this country, you're not gonna get it back in return. Ye drink, but ye are not filled with drink. Right, they give you enough just to wet your whistle, okay? You trying to work hard and invest in this fallen society, that's your fault, man. Okay, that's your fault for believing the false narrative, the American dream. Ye clothe ye, but there is none warm. Right, the stuff that you do get ain't sufficient enough to keep you, stable. But this truth is, wisdom, knowledge, and stability. Wisdom, knowledge should be the stability of thy times. Isaiah 33 and 6, because we understand the times that we coming in. We're redeeming the times, okay? You don't understand, all right? You still think this place got another 100-some years to go. So you going all out, voting for the president, asking why your president is doing this to you. They could care less, okay, if she becomes the president, all right? It says, ye clothed, but there is none warm. And here is the kicker. And he that earneth wages to put it into a bag with holes. This is that bag with holes, Babylon the Great. Everything you put and make, you putting it into a bag with holes, meaning what? It's just going to drop through, okay? There's nothing you can do in this place that's going to get you on top, all right? Because at any point in time, at any moment, you can lose it all just like that, just at the flick of a dot. at the snap of a finger, you can lose it all. Okay? And for the most part, everybody gonna lose it all. It says that. Okay, Revelation 3 and 10. All right? What's coming is going to try the whole earth, okay? If you're not of the elect, that remnant, that small remnant, hey, you're going to take that mark, all right? You're not going to be willing to lose it all, okay? And that's what it's all coming down to. Who's going to be able to be willing to lose it all for Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai? You worried about losing the goddamn food truck to a so-called illegal immigrant. It's going to be much more worse than that once Jacob's trouble hits, okay? So this is the mindset that we getting in right now, so that we don't have to be this, throbbing story of this lady crying alligator tears, talking about somebody tell me, oh, I lost my food truck. Man, get the hell out of here, man. You trying to blame it on the migrants, you gonna be in that same predicament when everything hits and you gotta go down to what? Egypt for support. Then we're gonna see how you play the victim, okay? See, everything is all fine and good when you got the gun, but it's no fun once the rabbit got the gun, all right? See, when you is gonna be put in that same predicament as these migrants when they came over here to get free aid, free this and free that. Well, what do you think is gonna happen when they crash this system? You're gonna be in the role of that migrant and have to go down to Egypt. Isaiah 31 in verse 1. Woe to them that go down to Egypt. Okay? You're going to be the new modern day illegal migrant. Okay? And not just you, but the rest. All right? You so-called, Americans that's blaming this whole tragedy on illegal migrants. No, that's all orchestrated by the wicked elite. All right? To what? Implode this system. All right, especially in these big time cities, okay? Houston, Chicago, Los Angeles, New York, Miami, okay? This is where it's gonna go down at and hit the hardest, man. All right? So they're allowing these things to take place. They're giving these migrants first-time homeowner loans. They're giving these migrants what? Food stamps, thousands upon thousands of dollars, okay? To what? Further decimate this system, okay? They want a famine to hit. And it's not actually they, it's Yahweh using them to bring forth the famine, to bring forth his judgment, okay? Because, hey, if you got more people than you supposed to actually have that's buying food that ain't there because it's only, supposed to have so much for that town or city, but now you overrun it with these, so-called illegal immigrants, and what's going to happen? It's going to create a shortage, whether it's food, whether it's housing, whether it's clothing, whatever, okay? It's going to create a shortage or what's known as a famine, okay? And that's all by design, okay? The Most High is using this wicked man to bring forth judgment. All right, to you Jakes, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans that don't want to get right, you're gonna get left behind. Okay? You're gonna be part of that collateral damage. All right. So it says, he that earneth wages to put into a bag with holes, right? Because once you find out what this system truly is, which is nothing but a big Ponzi scheme, then you understand. Okay? You understand that there's never been a time where you're supposed to be able to relax and rest in this kingdom, okay? It's all a bad nightmare that you can't wake up to until those missiles come, all right? That's when Jake gonna get it, but by that time it's gonna be too late. Let's go to Habakkuk 2 and 6 says, should not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay. You go into that word clay, it's debt, and that dollar is that thick clay, man, because that dollar is what's allowing this man to rule, okay? Because he's burdened these other countries with that thick clay. That dollar don't hold anything, man. That's why they're trying to come up with a new system where they can trade amongst their own, where they don't need the dollar, okay? You know, speaking of what? BRICS, which is an acronym for Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa. And then they put a plus because there's other countries that's looking to join it too so that they can leave the dollar, okay? Because the dollar doesn't hold anything. With hyperinflation, they're losing, okay? They're losing their investments, all right? So they looking to leave the dollar, which is going to further put this place into shambles, okay? So losing your food truck is the least of your worries, all right? You're going to have to come down to Babylon, just like they had to come over here to America. You're going to go down to Egypt, these government assistance programs, which we already know is going to be the ultimate one, which is going to be that micro CHIP, where people are going to get chipped. You're going to receive that financial aid from the government as well, okay? So, hey, you talking about the migrants, you're going to be the new modern day migrant here in America, Babylon the Great, and throughout the whole earth, okay? Because this system is going worldwide, okay? The mark of the beast will be implemented throughout the whole earth, all right? So this is the book of Psalms, chapter 64, and let's start at verse 2. It says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. And this is what we're praying, man. This is the secret counsel. You don't see it because you right here in the middle of it. You right here in the belly of the beast. You can't see this is a secret counsel that they're strategically breaking down this system by allowing an influx of migrants to come over, okay? They're allowing this system to get taken down systematically. They are overflowing it so where they can create famines, so that they can create civil unrest, so that they can create chaos. They get the reaction that they want because they already have the solution that they need, all right? So it says, hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. And this is all they do. They stay up at night thinking, how can we, further, put this place in shambles and cause the people to go off, okay? How can we, create more iniquity, which is sin upon sin? It says, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, right? They put stuff into laws. You see how the lady said, how can this man come over here and get a loan and I'm a private business? Because they can change the words of, contracts so that they can do that, okay? This is their society. This is their time to rule. But Jake won't get it till the missiles are coming. Verse 4, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect. Right. They got you on their mark, Jake. Okay? There's nothing in this place that you should be so attached to that you're not willing to lose, okay? Because it's all going to be put on trial during Jacob's trouble, all right? Everything, whether you got a business that's been booming for who knows how long, whether you got a nice house that you acquired, even a nice family, okay? It's all going to be put on trial during Jacob's trouble. So get used to it and get ready for it, all right? It says what? Verse 5, they encourage themselves in an evil matter, okay? Bringing forth so-called illegal migrants to further, decimate the system, put it in shambles, have the people in uproars, riots, especially if they don't see who they think should be in office, get in office during this presidential election. It's going to even put this place more in chaos, okay? On top of the different pestilence that's being, perpetuated, from the MPOX to the Burr FLU to the C1 9, everything is working for the betterment of the Most High to bring this system down, okay? Whether you are ready or not, that's besides the point. The show must go on. It says what? They encourage themselves in an evil matter. Verse 5. They commune of laying snares privately. Right, and the people can't see it because they so caught up are so busy in chasing the American dream that they can't see the forest through the woods, or the woods through the forest, or the trees through the forest, or however the saying goes. You know what I'm saying? They can't see for what it is, all right? It says they commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Right. And they, for the most part, those snares are working because why? They're not so much mad at the government as they are at the illegal migrants for coming over here. Okay, you go down to Springfield, Ohio, which is a town somewhere in the Mid-East, or the Midwest, and you got the people, at an uproar of the migrants, as if they came over here on their own. No, who had to let them in over here? And now that they over here, the people are, completely losing it. Saying what? The so-called Haitians can't drive. They running into buildings, they eating the cats, the dogs, the pets. They taking geese from the parks. This is all being orchestrated by that wicked council, that elite, Esau Edom, the so-called white man. He knows exactly what he's doing. Okay, he's bringing forth that division, that chaos that he needs. Okay, and when he really lets this place go, you're gonna really see how things, fall to hell in the handbasket. It says, verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. You don't think that he's been looking at this and deciding how he can go about this for years and decades? That's what these think tanks are for, okay? It says, both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. They put great thought into these things, okay? How can we create division? How can we get the people to sway one way or another, even if they don't want to, okay? They use these politicians that are paid off to bring forth these type of agendas and movements. You'll never see their hands, but you'll see the puppets of the other, elites and the puppets of these politicians that work for them, okay? It says, verse 7, but the Most High shall shoot at them with an arrow. Suddenly shall they be wounded. Right. And they're getting wounded in this awakening and bringing forth this truth. Okay. But they're going to be completely wounded to the fact that they can't get back up, once Yahweh comes back. All right. So they shall make their own tongues to fall upon them. And you have these so-called whistleblowers or these half-truthers that's bringing out, somewhat of what's going on, but it's to us, those of us that are watching, to really bring it home using this truth, this word. All right, it says all that see them shall flee away. Right. If you have any type of common sense, according to this Bible, you will flee from this place, man. You'll flee from this man. Okay, because there's nothing but doom. Okay, especially at this time. You can't expect for anything left in this country, man. America is finished, man. America has been that beacon of light for everyone to come to. Okay? So it's getting ready to be out of here, all right? No more America, no more Babylon the Great, all right? No more dollar, all right? That's a beautiful thing, all right? So you crying over losing a food truck or so-called illegal migrant coming and buying it off from you, hey, man, that's the least of your worries, man. It's only going to get worse from here on out, all right? So be prepared. You just collateral damage, all right? Point blank. You're just collateral damage. Matter of fact, let's go and see if we can get that word collateral damage. Collateral damage is defined as unintentional or incidental harm caused to people or objects that are not the intended target of an action. The term is most commonly used to describe civilian casualties of military operations. Right, so if you lose your food truck, you just a civilian casualty of a military operation, which is this beast system. Okay, they don't know you personally, and they could care less about knowing you. You just in the way. Are what you perceive to be your piece of the American pie is just in the way of a bigger picture of them bringing forth this beast system. It says such as when civilians are unalive by accident while military targets are being bombed. Okay, you lose your food truck. Hey, that's just a part of doing business, man. You lose your house because you can't pay your mortgage or they raise the taxes on it. That's just part of doing business, man. It says, however, it can also be used in other contexts to describe any unwanted consequences of an action. For example, collateral damage can refer to the unintended harm caused by cyber, which, hey, there's talk that there's going to be those coming too, man. Okay? They're going to wipe out the whole system. All right? So, hey, everything is up for grabs. We in the time that you can't sleep at all on this man. Okay? So it says, for example, collateral damage can refer to the unintended harm caused by cyber. You think if a cyber attack was to occur and wipe out your bank system, that your money's gonna be there? No, that money is not physical. It's all digital, man. Okay? Now they may have you may be holding, dollar notes, but there's no real value behind that. Okay? That's going to mean nothing when everything goes to hell in a handbasket, whether you got $1,000 or $1 million of fiat currency. That paper, it ain't going to be worth the paper that it's printed on, man. And, you can use it for toilet paper. I don't even know if you want to use it for that, seeing that they got so many, germs and bacteria on it. It says, or the side effects of certain medications. All right. So in a nutshell, you just collateral damage, man. So somebody explained to you, hey, we just did. All right. In a nutshell, you just collateral damage in the overall scheme. Okay. And the overall plot of this man's agenda, who the Most High is using to bring forth his agenda. Okay. So let's finish up and close out. So hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked. Psalm 64:2. That's what we're praying. That the Most High hide us from that, man. Deliver us from that sword. Okay, because the sword that the Most High is using is Esau, Edom, man. Okay? We don't want to be part of that. All right? We don't want to be part of that judgment. So we asking the Most High that he have mercy on us. Okay? Hide us from the secret counsel of the wicked. The earth was given into the hand of the wicked. All right? Which is running the shots right now, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. All right? So hide me from the sword. I believe that's the book of Psalm 17:13. Arise, O Yahweh, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. All right? This is what we're praying for. All right? That our soul be delivered in those times of troubles, man. Okay? We need salvation. We need deliverance. Okay? We need to be, taken out of this place. All right? And taken up into those chariots when those missiles come. All right? So you ain't going to get the answers that you're looking for from your president. All right? The only way you're going to get the answers to, exactly what's going on is through the servants of the Most High. 1 Peter chapter 5 and verse 8 reads what? Be sober, be vigilant. If you're still thinking that, this place is going to go on forever, there's no way you sober. Okay? You're gone. You're going out the philosophies of this world, man. You're being tossed to and fro. Ephesians 4:14. Okay? You've been tossed so much that you can't stand up straight anymore. Worried about, how can your president allow something like this to happen? It's because they're part of the program, all right? And you're collateral damage. They're the puppets, all right, to this wicked elite's agenda. It says, be vigilant. Continue to watch. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, yes, that same one that lays those privy snares, says what? As a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. He could care less if he devours your food truck that you thought you was building up. See, you women gonna have a lot to, understand in that time, man. This serpent that beguiled you, he's gonna show his true fangs, man. All right. And at that time, it's gonna be too late. Okay. It's going to be too late for all that independence. Oh, I had my own food truck, my own nail shop, my own this, my own that, my own law firm, my own, hey, all that shit gonna go out the door, man. Okay? And if you go down there and take that, you know, that mark, hey, you can't be no better than what you call these illegal migrants that's coming over here for aid and assistance, okay? That's the pot calling the kettle black, all right? You see? But it's all going to be put on trial shortly, okay? Through the power of Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, all right? And Jake as well, man. You see? Our people in a whole, you 2/3, you're going to have to find out exactly who the Most High is in that time, okay? Just exactly who he's dealing with, all right? You're going to see everything that the servant's been talking about come to pass, man. So be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. And with that being said, I pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.